Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Freedom doesn't mean doing whatever you want. It means being free from what you can't control: other people's opinions, the past, the outcome. When you stop chasing what isn't yours to control, you finally breathe. You finally live. I cannot escape death, but at least I can escape the fear of it. We're all heading there. It's not a threat, it's a fact. But fearing it, that steals the now. What if we stopped running from it and started living with it in mind? Not in fear, but with purpose. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Don't wait for the world to decide who you are. You decide, quietly, clearly then. Take the steps, even small ones. The path becomes yours the moment you own the intention. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. You can't control the storm. You can't control others. But you can control how you hold the umbrella. That's where peace is. That's where happiness begins. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you. Energy is contagious. If you keep walking with people who drag their feet, you'll forget how to run. Surround yourself with those who remind you of your light, not dim it. Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well. Life doesn't follow scripts. When we fight reality, we suffer. But when we welcome it, with all its imperfections, we grow, we adapt, we become unshakable. It is the nature of the wise to resist pleasures, but the foolish to be a slave to them. Not all pleasures are bad, but when they own you, they control your choices. Wisdom is knowing when to say no, even when everything screams just this once. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. The more we chase followers, praise, money, the more we hand our peace over to strangers. Real control. It begins the moment we stop needing anything external to feel okay. Settle on the type of person you want to be and stick to it, whether alone or in company. Be you, not a version that changes based on the room. If you've chosen integrity, calm, kindness, live it everywhere, because truth has no off switch. When someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval. You don't need applause to be enough. You don't need a like to feel worthy if you know who you are and you're proud of how you carry yourself. That's more than enough. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. It's never about how expensive something is. It's about why it was given. True gifts are born from love, thought, kindness, not the price tag. What matters most is the heart behind the act. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Some people call it luck, but behind every lucky break is usually quiet work, silent effort, and patience. You don't need to wait for miracles. You need to be ready so when the door opens, you're already standing in front of it. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. Fear builds walls, but most of the time, those walls are in our minds. We think we're stuck because something is hard, but often we haven't even tried yet. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. Stop waiting for someday. This moment is your life, and every sunrise is a second chance, a full life in a single day. Live it now. What really ruins our character is the fact that none of us looks back over his life. Sometimes we rush forward so fast, we forget to pause and reflect. But looking back isn't weakness, it's how we grow. When we reflect, we learn. When we avoid, we repeat. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Without direction, every step feels uncertain. The winds may be strong, but where are you headed? Purpose gives you clarity. Even a small goal gives the winds of life meaning. It is in no man's power to have whatever he wants, but he has it in his power not to wish for what he hasn't got, and cheerfully make the most of the things that do come his way. You can't have everything, no one can. But peace begins when we stop chasing what's not ours and start cherishing what already is. Gratitude is freedom. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool. Money isn't evil, but how you relate to it defines your freedom. For the wise, wealth is a tool. For the lost, it becomes a chain. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. When we obsess over what was, ignore what is, and worry about what might be, we lose the now. This moment, this breath, is the only life you truly have. Cherish it. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Happiness isn't in the next achievement. It's not waiting for the weekend, the promotio, or the perfect life. It's here, in this small moment, right now, if you let it be. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. We talk a lot about what's right, what's good, but words don't build character, actions do. Don't wait to become perfect before you start living with purpose. Be kind, be honest, be the good you wish others were. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Happiness isn't hidden in luxury or status. Sometimes it's a simple morning, a quiet walk. It lives inside your thoughts, not outside your door. Shift how you see, and you'll shift how you feel. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. You're stronger than you think. Just as you've handled struggles before, you'll face what comes next. Don't fear the future. Trust the wisdom and strength you carry today. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Your mind is the lens through which you see the world. If your thoughts are filled with gratitude and hope, life feels lighter. Guard your inner world. It shapes your outer one. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. When someone hurts you, it's tempting to become bitter. But if you mirror their darkness, you lose your own light. Real strength is rising above it. Let their actions stay theirs, and stay true to who you are. How much time he gains, who does not look to see what his neighbor says, or does, or thinks, but only at what he does himself, to make it just and holy. You'll never grow by comparing. Focus on your own path. What others say or do isn't your journey. Work quietly, live honestly, and let your life speak. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together. Some things in life are beyond our choosing, but peace begins when we stop fighting what is and start embracing what can be. There's beauty in the people and paths we never expected. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Your thoughts are not just passing clouds. They stain the soul. They shape who you are. Fill your mind with patience, kindness, and meaning, and your soul will reflect it. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Obstacles aren't the enemy, they're the path. Every difficulty is a doorway. The things that block you teach you. What's in your way today might shape your strength tomorrow. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. It's easy to follow the crowd, but sometimes the crowd is lost. Live with clarity, not conformity. Your peace matters more than popular opinion.